Appreciate the time.
No problem, bud. What time is it in Canada?
Right now it's 10 after 6. I'm central.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in central Canada there. So, yeah.
Okay.
Whereabouts are you?
Right now I'm in North Carolina. I'm visiting my dad.
Nice.
Um, but I live in Los Angeles.
Okay, okay. I was working actually at a commerce show. I recognized the green room uh,
Oh
from
wow.
when I was there a couple years back. So it's a
Oh,
great venue, man. It's funny. It's a massive tent, but they do a great job. It's the casino is beautiful too, man.
yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the big tent happened during COVID. I think.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I went in 2023. It was for one of the Fight Pass boxing shows that Callum Walsh. Um, it was for one of those
Yeah, Hollywood Fight Nights.
Hollywood Fight Nights. Damn right. Yeah, great times down there, man. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
that's cool.
yeah. No, that's a great spot. I first off, bro, tell me about this Project Pat song because I'm a big Project Pat guy. I haven't seen him live. I've gone to a Juicy J show, but like "Life We Live" is probably top 10 song for me. And then
Hell
seeing
yeah.
you do a song with him is madness. Tell me how that happened right off the bat. I got to know.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I have been, I moved out to LA like for music, pursuing music, and I still make music, and
Mm.
that's been like my main um focus. And like I'm walking, it's like I want to make my own walkout song, and I want to get, like I feel like, like I've been wanting to do a song with Project Pat, and I'm
Mm.
like I'm like if I'm gonna do a walkout song, I'm like let's let's just go big. Let's get Project Pat for the feature.
It's
And
insane.
you know, I was working. I was like, hey, it was like I was, like we recorded our stuff separately, but what I hit him up and I was like, um, dude, like, so I fight MMA too. I'm not just a rapper. I was like, I want the song to be like about MMA, like you know. And I told him I was like, like knife, like the song like wrote itself, and like it's cool to like have him take that input and be able to write it. And I'm like, I want to say Knife Face. Knife Face is like my fighting persona, my rapper,
Hmm.
you know. And so yeah, we made that song, and what debuted it. Um, what like yeah, like it was the main like single on like an album for Knife Face 2. Like Race 1 was back in like 2018,
Yeah.
but
Damn, dude. That's incredible. That's incredible. That must be special. One day it'd be sick to you reach that UFC level and you get him to walk you out for one of those. That'd be nuts.
oh yeah, fuck. What you call it? uh RXK Nephew. You a fan of his?
No, I haven't heard of him actually. No.
Yeah, check him out. He's
Okay.
fire. But last year, like him and I did a song together, and he was supposed to walk me out for the, for the to perform it as we're going. And that was a cool almost. Like
Yeah.
he didn't make it in time, but yeah,
Dude, I'm sure even UNF would be all over that. Fucking have him walk you out in there for your next one. That'd be crazy.
yeah, that would be something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Blady, yeah, I'm a big fan of Blady there. Whoever or Blade. Um,
Oh, just joined in there.
Someone in the comments was
Nice.
like,
Yeah.
"Oh no, no," but yeah.
Are questioning about it.
Anywho,
Um,
yeah.
I was just watching your interview with Hog Johnson, man, and that was quite a conversation.
Hog Johnson,
Hog
yeah.
Johnson.
Zach's the man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that seemed like a good chat for anyone. Like, so I wanted to chat about everything that's been going on, but like you said, like you ask people about your story, and it's like it's a crazy story, and it's just it's you're over it. It's like I want to talk about what's going on next, what's happening next, and get into that, and even you visiting your dad right now. Like when did he awaken from his coma? Is this recent?
So this was back in October.
October.
Like I
Okay.
didn't want to, like sensationalize the rollout
Of course.
of the fight, Didn't want to just like put like anything that would distract from training,
Yeah.
out there or anything like that. So, but yeah, no, he got hit by a truck, uh, like he rear-ended on his motorcycle back in October and was in a coma for a few days. And, he's like older, not a lot of people survive getting hit by a truck.
Fuck no.
It
Yeah.
wasn't looking good. And, what his girlfriend had reached out to me to tell him what was happening. And
Mhm.
like, him and I had been estranged for many years. And, it was, something that I sat on at first. And then after, I'm very religious, I
Mhm.
talked to my priest about it, and he was like, hey, like, this isn't like a moral question, this isn't like a dilemma or anything, but he was like, you staying like, cold-hearted to the bitter end, like, does that make you closer to the person that you want to be? And I'm like, no, not really. And he's like, it doesn't, if it doesn't bother you, if it doesn't hurt you, you can give him a phone call. And, when he had gotten out of the coma, like, I gave him a phone call, but he couldn't really talk, so we were texting.
Mhm.
And, so since we were texting, we were just kind of like filling him in on what I've been up to the past like 8 years. And I was like, oh, I've been fighting, and, sent him my highlights, and like, cool, told him I had a championship fight coming up and I wanted to win it for him. And, it didn't win, but whatever, fight, it was cool. And afterwards, um, that was what, 2 weeks ago, a week ago, and came out to visit North Carolina. Came out, so I'm like staying with him right now. And
Nice, man. That's
well,
beautiful. That's beautiful. And like you said, it's split decision too, right? It's not like it was unanimous in any sense too. So still contender in that sense. And obviously the promotion loves you, and you bring in butts and seats and all that stuff too. That's what it's about for a lot of them. But the a lot of folks, they really do care about the story, right? And hearing this all afterwards too, it just adds to that. A lot of the more famous fighters, you think of Charles Oliveira from the slums, you think of Alex Pereira at the tire shop, you think of anyone coming up that was massive, and they had those trials that they've gone through, and then you add what's becoming more noticeable in combat sports all around. It's the faith on top of that, right? Um, Even that, like it's there's definitely a global resurgence in Christianity globally, in people coming to Christ all around. And there's even a UFC fight card that I think it was 10 out of 10 fighters, all after, thanked God, right after in the ring, publicly. And it's beautiful to see. And that's what caught my attention, was how it's funny. It's like you the photo itself, that was so powerful, seeing that in that sense. And so using that platform that you're fighting out there, um not only for your own personal gain, you're using this to glorify God on top of your life as well. It's nice to see, and it's becoming more prominent, but it's yeah, it was just something I appreciated. It's great, man. Great to see that.
heck yeah,
Yeah.
drop a hit for that.
Yeah. What
Yes.
obviously you said, like, for anyone that watches this, go back, and there's a ton of podcasts of you explaining your story and all that. We don't have to go fully back into it, but it's been hectic as well. um what was like the pinnacle moment, the single moment where you're like, this is the answer?
Ah, shoot, isn't that a good question? Like, I mean, I'd like to think that there was all sorts of signs and stuff leading me into like, the final moment. I mean, bloody might have been when I was getting like sacraments of initiation, the confession. Well, not confession. I had my first reconciliation. I had to get, baptized, baptized and confirmed. And when I was up there, it was like, um, it's like, one, never saw myself doing any of this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's almost a surprise to me, but like, like, life had really just been kicking me in the fucking ass, for like a long fucking time,
Yeah.
just like one thing after another. And like, I had gotten me like the girl I was with for the longest time, like, we were engaged and all that, and then like, we broke up and like had to move, and so like everyone was like, "Oh, what happened? I thought you guys were getting married." And I'm like, it didn't work out. And then when I get confirmed, like a grip of like very close friends and family, chosen family, like friends out in LA, all my people to a wedding, came to the ceremony, and I'm up there, and the priest is like, asking me the questions, like, do you reject Satan? Do you want, like all this? And I'm wearing a white, I don't even know what it's called, like a Cossack, a white gown type of thing. And it's like in front of church and all these friends, and I'm like, okay, when you're taking these oaths, like, is this serious? Is it? Are you? It's like
Yeah,
there's no faking
it's a
this. So
thing, man. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and I'm like, all right, well, like this isn't just a gag. Like I'm taking this serious. I'm living this life. I'm a Catholic man now, and this is how we act. And so you don't know that you have God until God is all you have, and life has
Mm,
been. That's a fun one, huh?
that's a good one. Yeah,
um,
yeah.
yeah. So like staying close to God, thinking what God wants in all of this,
Mhm.
and leading with that, um, has been just my life's purpose. It's like these weren't hollow words when I took this oath in front of friends and um, the clergy and the church and
Mhm.
such.
That's a good way of putting it, hollow words, because that's how my original faith was when I got baptized when I was like a young guy in high school. It's like I went to baptism class, got baptized 'cause my dad wanted me to. He wanted me to go to Bible school, yada yada yada. Went the opposite way. Long story short, um, the single moment for me, funny enough, after going against the grain for so long, and like I was always a Christian, I never rebuked it or anything. But it was funny. The single moment for me was watching Kingdom of Heaven, believe it or not. And it was when he said, "It's your soul is in your hands alone," and you can't say it was. I couldn't do it at the time. I don't have the time to do that. When you meet that time, and something, it hit me like a brick. And there's a cathedral right around the corner from my place, St. Mary's Cathedral. And I was always a Mennonite Christian growing up. My dad's a youth pastor, radio DJ, more of a all denominations kind of accepting kind of deal, and nothing against anyone else, but it was my first time attending Catholic church, and
Taylor,
just this past
Taylor,
year.
I'm very sorry to interrupt,
No,
but I really got to use the
oh,
bathroom.
go for it. No, do it.
Dude,
No, I'm recording.
all
No
right,
worries,
there
I
we
can
go.
edit. You're good, bro. It's funny. So many of these fighters, they have such a story, and the faith really comes into a lot of it. With a lot of them, it's becoming more prominent, especially how fucked up this world's getting. So it is nice to see. Project Pat song is crazy too. Project Pat is Juicy J's brother, for those that don't know. So, so next UFC is 2 weeks from now. Sean Strickland versus Anthony Hernandez. Incredible.
All right.
Um, yeah. So yeah, it was. What changed it for me was how serious it was taken. Like you said, wearing the gown, being in front of everyone. This isn't hollow words. I'm taking this seriously. Um, I was explaining that to my dad when I went to the Catholic church. I'm like, this. It's not just like a regular church service, very lackluster, and not to shit. I'm not shitting on them in any way, but it was very, very just casual. It's like for an all powerful being that's with you through all times, has created everything. There didn't seem to be that much reverence for him in that sense, right? And that's something that was a major twist for me. And like I haven't been confirmed, but I've gone there since and just appreciated it more in that sense. So that was kind of one of the more major things for me in that sense.
Yeah, bud. I mean, I I knew I wanted to get confirmed,
Hmm.
you know, and it feels good. Like I'm official. I'm in.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah,
you know.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Talk to me about Forge in LA there. How'd you get involved with them?
Shit. I was like trying to find like make a decision as to which gym is going to be right for me, and like there's a lot of competitive MMA gyms in LA, and this one like was like half a mile away from me at the time. I'm like, oh shit, that's sick. And they had like, some UFC fighters and like top boxers
Mhm.
training there. I'm like, oh, this is an easy pick. And yeah, so I started going there, and you know, every every day, multiple times a day, and like now I'm there like, you know, get there in the afternoon, stay till they close.
Nice.
It's been a second home, and like just it's the best gym in the world. They have not only like the best training and the best athletes, but like they have a whole recovery center too. Like,
Beauty.
you know, yeah. So like I'll train in the afternoon and then do like hyperbaric oxygen therapy and
Oh, dude.
red light therapy. Yeah.
Well, and you're saving
So you
3 hours of travel, of going through different places because that's like it's disgusting getting anywhere in LA. So having to deal with going to multiple spots in one day when you're a busy guy, fuck that. So no,
yeah.
that's a cheat code. Did they already have a relationship with UNF? Did they have fighters already involved, or was that something that you got involved with
I
separately?
was so like a lot of UFC fighters were coming there to get training like kind of a la carte,
Mhm.
but there wasn't a homegrown MMA fighter. Like, I guess I was the guy who like came in to join the class, and then 2 months later had my first fight.
No shit.
And
That's cool.
yeah,
Fucking rights.
um,
Fucking
yeah,
rights, man.
yeah, yeah. It was fun,
So
and like definitely like I mean I guess it's like as far as like it's just very Christian, like environment. Just the other athletes. A lot of athletes, especially combat athletes, are unafraid to show their faith. And um, I think that life, or that disciplined lifestyle, is really works congruently with a religious lifestyle, and so it's nice to be around like-minded folks. And
yeah, man, good environment. You even said like the punk rock guys, like the alternative guys now are all turning to Christ kind of deal. Like that's the new alternative kind of deal. It's gone full circle, which is
yeah,
quite funny because
and
it is taboo now to even bring it up in the Academy Awards, for instance, or wherever in public, for instance. And yeah, no, it's good. It's happening.
I mean like it always like every knee shall bow. Like everyone comes back to this. Like I mean, from being in music and like like all that, I've been sober for 13 years.
Hmm.
And I remember when like rappers and like everybody, like all these like I'm just like, yeah, like these guys using how they're using, like they're gonna die, like, or they're gonna get sober. So like now it's like you've seen the trend, like all these young artists died and like all of the survivors turned and got clean. And now it's like you're faced with your own mortality, you're faced with your spirit, and it's like, where does it go? And then a lot of people are returning to Christ. And I mean that was, I guess, like my story in like a in a longer format. But
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, no, it's funny too because it's the last thing you would have thought of. Even myself too, back a couple of years back, just being a dumbass, being young and stupid. So yeah,
oh yeah, this is an NA beer, by the way.
oh, it's okay. I had 3 Guinness with the
Yeah,
meeting I just had with the guy I was chatting with.
say
Not even gonna lie. We had to because we're putting on a Muay Thai promotion here in my home city, and it's
okay,
getting involved. So he wanted to meet me, and he owns an Irish pub right around the corner. So
fire.
yeah, he's like, I just want to see you and chat with you, man. Come down and we'll chat. So one beer turns into three, and then like fuck, now I'm half an hour late. So that was the delay. But
Do they have? Never mind. Do they have Irish like a Irish breakfast at this pub, or is it strictly a pub, just drinks?
no, they got food. They got food, fish and chips, the whole nine yards. Yeah, yeah, they do it all. It's a
Nice,
good place. Yeah, man. Yeah, in I'm
nice.
in Winnipeg, so it's central Canada, and it's funny to see those
Is
kinds
that?
of spots here.
Mhm.
But
there's a lack of Irish pub. I mean, there's not a lot of Irish pubs in LA.
yeah,
Like I've been
not too much.
during always during the weight cut, like I want like fish and chips. Like I want something real salty.
Mhm. Yeah,
um, and like I'm like looking up like there's nowhere that has like black and white pudding like blood pudding or like like nowhere in LA, and it's a real pain in the
I
ass.
was
But
I was lucky last year. I got to work the Callum Walsh fight at MSG, and it was Paddy's Day. It was Paddy's Day weekend, and it was an all Irish boxing card. So they did a bunch of
yo,
meet and
what?
greets and fucking. It was the biggest Irish boxing card in New York history. Most Irish fighters. Thomas Carty was
Wow.
on there, that heavyweight guy that's making waves, and Callum and a couple other guys. But yeah, it was sweet. Now they're all on Zuffa, so it's cool to see that. Someone asked, "How much weight do you cut? What are you walking around at?"
Um, wow, like it's kind of neat that we did this on Instagram Live.
Yeah, yeah, they can get involved. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
um, I walk around like 160 to 165,
Okay. Yeah.
and then I cut to bantamweight like 135.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
That's a
probably like
that's a
closer to
decent
like
cut, man.
seven.
That's a decent
Yeah,
fucking cut. Yeah.
that's a big boy cut.
That is a
Yeah,
big boy
that's like
cut. Yeah, you do like your fish and
yeah.
chips. God damn.
Hey. But no, we're about your fucking Canadianness is rubbing off on me. So we're a boot, but no, we're about closer to like 170 right now. I'm like, I'm seeing my, I'm back in North Carolina, like enjoying the Southern food, enjoying company with my dad, and just like it's the first. It's been 2 weeks since the fight. I've never gone 2 weeks without like working out. So I'm doing my best to just like relax and like enjoy life for a little bit before I get back to the grind.
Do you have a contract with UNF? Do you have more fights lined up, like, or is it just fight by
I got
fight?
fight by fight,
Yeah,
and I go to who pays.
love it.
So been offered bare knuckle, been offered no rules fighting, and that was on a bucket list, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I need money, man. So like whoever's gonna pay me the most, that's what the direction I'm gonna go.
Would you fight? Because do you know about LFA? Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you have you spoke with them ever?
No, no, I haven't. I mean, like I'm open. Like I said, I'm open to it. I think I'm done doing amateur fighting. Like I'm
Are you
like
are you 3-2 pro? Is that your pro record?
no, that's an
That's an
amateur
amateur
record.
record. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Because
So
because they do a lot of fights, and a lot of the time there are amateurs on there, but they'll take 0-0. Guys that have gone at, but they'll. 'Cause I chat with those guys a lot. I do a lot of their media and all that. So I always
oh
keep an
yeah.
eye out for guys that draw an eye, that have a mission, that are talented, that kind of thing. So it's not just like I don't just do interviews. I'm always looking to try and assist in any way as well. So um, done a lot of interviews with a lot of the promoters themselves, the CEOs of these companies too. Um, that's kind of the main goal here is I'll chat with a lot of those guys, do some partnerships with them, yada yada yada, and then guys that are on the up and up. I'm not saying I'm the be all end all key to someone going pro or anything like that, but just if there's any kind of connection that can be made, I'm trying to help with that. So
Yeah, I mean, like I'm open to discussing with
yeah,
whoever, and
yeah,
yeah.
nice man, good stuff. No, it's an exciting time because the sport is really making a resurgence. Like it's when I say resurgence, I mean to like the glory days of boxing, where a city was shut down because Ali was fighting or Sugar Ray Leonard or one of those things. It's like we're slowly getting back to that point with the UFC, with how boxing is making its comeback with the ring and all of that. So it's you're in like the sweet spot in the timeline, I guess, to kind of make this jump. Um, are you 33 right now?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. So that's your
t-
that's the big 33, man. That's a big year for a man. So
I guess
yeah.
I'm
Well, that's
the
that's when he died,
the
right? That's when
Jesus year.
Jesus
Oh,
died.
the
Yeah.
Jesus year.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Jesus here. Yeah.
No, like
So
I think about that sometimes, because like spending time with my pops, and I was like, I
yeah,
remember when I was a kid. And I'm like, man, when he was 33, he had 4 fucking kids. Like, that's bananas. I mean, the 90s were a different time, but yeah,
Yeah, same with my yeah. I'd have three little ones running around if I was like my parents right now. Fuck that. I can't. I'm
yeah.
not in that. I'm not in that zone right now. I got a lot of. I can barely handle a dog and a cat right now. So that's where I'm at.
I feel you, bro.
Yeah.
Can you still hear me okay? My headphones died.
Yeah, you're good, man. Yeah, no worries at all. Talk to me about sponsors and how you've gotten involved with them. It seems like you got some solid ones that aren't just random. It aligns with what you're doing and where you're at.
Yeah, that's kind of like, I mean, getting sponsors. I wish I could say like, like if my phone was ringing off the hook with people that want to give me money, but
Mm.
it's
Yeah,
not.
same here, man. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, like, dude, like being able to support yourself in LA, it's a struggle, especially when you're pursuing something that
Hmm.
doesn't pay. Like fighting doesn't pay, like
Yeah.
I
Not
sell
until
a lot
you
of
break
tickets, but I
through.
get,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
get nothing. So like I'm like, how the hell do I keep a roof over my head while I'm training,
Mhm.
And so I just kind of had to figure out um how to be an entrepreneur and how to kind of reach out to different uh businesses and like let them know like what I do and what I can do for them and make it a mutually beneficial arrangement to where they, you know, send me some funds. I promote them on my social media and I have a like you checked out like my podcast. I've got, a
Mhm.
lot of different means to like
With
help
music as
promote that
well.
business.
Yeah. They like that. Not even. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a whole nother
Yeah.
thing. Millions of streams for goodness sake. So.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. And so, come to an agreement. I try to like reach out to brands that like align with me and my mission. It's like I don't really have, like weed companies or, alcohol companies or stuff that just like wouldn't really make sense for like where I am at in my life,
Yeah.
like if Guinness wanted to, send me an NA, beer sponsorship, I wouldn't be mad. But
That's smart. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
what's great is that I've gotten the right attention from the right folks, like I'm sponsored by an interventionist company. And I
Hmm.
was like, yeah, that's wonderful. And a Christian athletic wear brand. I'm like, yeah, beautiful, love it.
Major.
Um, yeah, and all the ones are I try to be stuff like in and around like my community. Like the boba shop is very close to my gym. I'm
Nice.
sponsored by Miss Cheese Tea.
That's
It's
perfect.
and
That's
I love
perfect.
boba.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So, stuff like that. It's been swell. Um. Yeah. It's tough. It's a full time job to try and reach out to the. Like I probably send hundreds of emails or DMs,
Mhm.
and might get one or two back,
Yeah.
but
It's worth
I
it.
think
Those no's are worth it
yeah.
because you're so close to that yes. That's it's the same thing I've learned in this thing too, man. Because I'm in the same boat, not fighting, but trying to cover the sport, flying down to the events, yada yada yada, and it doesn't even it's hard enough to just do that, let alone fit in full time training and then competing on top of that. That's a whole other story. So
Yeah.
yeah, but there wouldn't be any fans without you guys putting in this thing. There wouldn't be coaches. There wouldn't be any of that, right? So we have a whole sport because of this grind where you start. You have no idea where you're going to end up, but you just continue, and that's how we get these superstars that come out. That's how we get these moments, these holy shit moments that we get in this sport. It's the best thing in the world, man. It's
Mm.
quite something. Um,
Mm.
are you like what's your background? Like, are you more of a boxing guy, like striking, kickboxing, Muay Thai, wrestler? What's your kind of
Um,
bread and butter?
I I wrestled in high school.
Mhm.
I also like I competed in taekwondo. I did taekwondo for over a decade, like
Nice.
junior Olympic goals, and yeah, fought in like Korea and like fought on like an international level, you know.
Dude, man.
And oh, thanks, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, but like I think um my real strength is, you know, just like MMA. I think
Mhm.
that like I kind of realized that I'm just a lot a lot stronger than these guys. Just like and a lot of these guys are martial artists or athletes and stuff, but like I don't think that there's a whole lot of fighters. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like they're afraid to get hit. They're afraid to get hurt.
Yeah.
When I'm not, and I'll just go in and just dirty box and bully and win that way. But that's kind of been my fun.
Dirty box. Dirty boxing is the
Mhm.
other one. I'll keep you in mind, man, because I know the some folks at dirty boxing too. So that would be
Oh yeah,
cool. Would you do dirty
that's
boxing?
yeah. Like I said, dude, I need money. You
Money.
know, like
Yeah. Yeah.
I need
Exactly.
I need to get a job.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
really, like even like you know like you know, this promotion that was talking to me. I was just like, you know, they're you know trying to court me to fight for them, and I'm just like, all right, how much does it pay? And they're like, there's a you know $1,500 knockout of the night bonus, and I'm like, that's not an answer, you know.
Yeah.
That's like,
Yeah. How
yeah,
big's the card? 20 fighters on the card. Yeah. Fuck me.
yeah,
Yeah.
point fighters on the card, like it's
Yeah.
like you know, I can't work for free, bud.
No.
Like just
No.
yeah.
No. Like flying out. But like there needs to be some compensation, 100%, especially at this level too now. So UNF is great. They kind of exploded. Honestly, they've done almost 30 shows now in the past like 3 years. It seems. Um, I saw your interview with the Schmo there. That story you told him. That's crazy. How was meeting
Oh
the
yeah,
Schmo? Was he? He looks like quite the character.
really nice guy.
Nice.
Fucking dude, I was like, you know, like yeah, like yeah, it's just like when down to earth cat, always positive.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it seems like yeah, an interesting dude. You know, we haven't talked much. You know, there'll be like you know, but yeah, I'm a fan. You know, and I think you know he's always supportive, always happy to see me. Good handshake. You know,
Yeah. Well, it's
nice
exciting to
things.
chat with guys that have been in that hemisphere. Of doing some of the great interviews and chats with McGregor or whomever, at those big events, and then all of a sudden you're chatting with the guy, and you're like, "Holy shit, this is sick."
Yeah.
Yeah, like I met Anderson Silva at Commerce Casino,
What?
Freddie Roach at Commerce Casino during that event. There was so many big names, Abel Sanchez, all these big names out of nowhere. I went up in the morning to go for registration to get my media pass. I'm in line, and Anderson Silva's right in front of me. And like just a few weeks prior, I actually had his son,
Mhm.
Gabriel Silva, on. We did an interview because
He's on.
he was doing a boxing at that show.
Yeah,
So
I rem- I remember that card. I watched that
yeah,
card when
yeah,
he's. Yeah.
yeah, that was a great card, man. And oh man, yeah, out of nowhere, just losing my mind, and was able to go to some of the gyms and meet with some of those fighters, and even do some training with, at the gym, some boxing. And it was so funny, man. The night I landed in LA for that event, um Omar Trinidad, the co-main event guy, or no,
Mm.
he was a part of the event, but he fights in Zuffa now. Anyway, he invited me to Boyle Heights for a
Mm.
event that was happening in LA. And so
That's where Ford is. Yeah.
I get okay. I get out of the Uber, and we're in like the most Rasa part of Boyle Heights, like the most Rasa East LA I've ever seen. And
Mm.
I get out of the Uber. I'm like, "Are you sure I'm in the right place?" He's like, "Yep." And then it was Holiday Bar, this little Latino bar in Boyle Heights there, and dude, it was so funny because I'm this white guy, glasses with a backpack and a camera, walking through this bar. It's a bunch of they're been there for however long. They're making tacos in the back. I'm just kind of the tourist, but they made me feel at home. The rapper there, he's like, "This is Taylor. He flew in here tonight. He's an honorary Chicano for the night." So
Ah, sick.
yeah, yeah. It was funny, man. They brought me a bunch of weed and Corona, and they were making fun of my Canadian accent. It was a good time.
It's a
LA's
good time.
LA's nuts, man. Yeah, LA's a good time. That's for sure. But yeah, like on that note, keeping yourself straight is difficult. So good on you for doing that while you're living out there, especially with the
Oh,
music and the lifestyle and all that. It's a battle for sure.
oh yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I do like to keep these short and sweet. I know you're visiting your dad, man, so I will. I'll let you go if you have any last words.
Oh, Chucks, thank you for having me, Taylor.
Yeah,
Yeah, big shout out MMA Canada, and yeah, um,
appreciate it,
follow
man.
Not a 450 on streams. Follow me on YouTube. All that good stuff.
Thank you for the time, and yeah, we'll be following the career. And like I said, we'll keep in touch if we can. I'll shoot you a DM if I get any answers on LFA or dirty boxing or something like that. That'd be cool. But in the meantime, yeah, we'll follow the career and keep training hard. And hope your dad's doing well, man.
Thank you, brother. God bless you.
Thank you, man. God bless you too. We'll keep in touch. Take care, man. Thanks for the time.